welcome back. Now after head phi, I will tell you what is grep-I. Grep is the command which is which is used to sort out the specific character in your file. Suppose I have created a file or there are files which is present. So now I will type ls-lrt pipe grep-I Splunk. So when I will type this file, it will give you only one file which is name, which starts with name Splunk. So grep command is is a is a command which is a character, is a wide character which is used to find a specific word from a file. You can grab that word and you can sort out the output of that word into your terminal. grep-v will exclude that file. Suppose ls-lrt grep-v Splunk. So it will not show you the Splunk file inside this directory. It will only show you the file which is present without Splunk. It will exclude your Splunk file grep-v. Suppose now I want to find out what is written in anaconda.kscfg, or so you can just type the cat command, and after that cat command you have to type anaconda.kfcfg. It will show you what is written into that anaconda file. Cat command will print the content of your file on your screen. So this is the function of the cat command. Now kill command. Kill command, suppose you have run an unwanted process on your system, and you want to kill that system. Suppose I have restarted my Splunk service on my system. But now it's taking long time. I have done control C. I have came out of this. Now I will check the Splunk service ps-ef pipe grep-I Splunk. So now this much are the Splunk process which is running on my system, and I have to kill all this question mark process, which is the defunct process. So you have to type kill -9 and process ID. So this is the process ID. So kill -9 process ID, and now find again. You will not get that process ID process running. So see, you are not getting that process ID process running because I have killed that process. So this is the kill command. Now you have to check who is logged into your system. So just type w, or you have to type who. So see, so who is logged into your system? See, so this person called Siddesh.mshome has been logged into your system. W also show you who is logging to your system. So which user is logging to your system, you have to check. You can type W or who, and by W command you also find a load average of your system from W command also. Now I am creating a user called as I'm creating a user add Siddesh. So Siddesh has been created. I'm checking the user in cat /etc/passwd. So see, this Siddesh user is created in my system. Now I have to change the password for Siddesh. So passwd password and space username. So password space username. So I am changing the password. So password is changed successfully, the token is updated successfully. Now I have to go switch to the user. So su-Siddesh. So you will get switched to the user and see. So you have switched to the user, and when you exit you will again come back to the normal user which you were supposed. Now let's come to the file system permissions that I have told you. Now suppose I am creating a file name touch file1. So now file1 has been created. Now I have to give this permission, that is chmod. There are different parameters for chmod. We will explain you in the later part. But now currently, for understanding, chmod is to change the permission of your file. That is, you have what permission you have given the file for the user, for root, for user, for your group, and for your others. So I want to give chmod 755 and file1. So see, first it was read write for your for your user, for admin user. So now the file permission has been changed to read write execute for your admin user, and for read, execute and write for your group, and only execute for others. So this is the permission which I have given for your file. Okay, so this is the chmod. Now I have to change this file1's ownership. So chown will change the ownership to Splunk file1. So this will change the ownership of file1 to Splunk C. So first it was root, and after changing the ownership it became Splunk. So chown will change the ownership of your file. That is, now you want to remove this file 1. So rm -rf will remove. R means recursive, F means force, and space file name. So rm-rf is a very it's very dangerous command. You should not fire this command in your production environment because it's very hazardous. But you want to remove it forcefully file1, then you can just type rm-rf file1, then the file will get removed from the system. That is, you will not receive this file in the temp directory. Now suppose you want to see what file is consuming what space. So du means disk usage, s hyphen.